Yahoo! Hello, hello. It is I, your favorite leafy boy, Avery, and today we are back with some more
Nice.
Honkai Star Rail on another Star Rail Sunday. We are going to be continuing our journey through the stars here on this night. And the last time we finished stream, we learned a few things. We lost Firefly, and we apparently also lost Robin. And Sunday apparently knows about everything. So that was a lot to process for me. And I promptly just kind of, with my fried brain, finished the stream. So that's where we left off. Aventurine has an offer for us, and apparently we are going to be taking it. I am still very puzzled. I am still very confused, and I have no idea who can we trust. Because we have a few different factions here. We don't really know much about the watchmaker, and apparently the whole thing is connected to the watchmaker. And we have the IPC,
Nice.
we have Black Swan, we have Acheron, we have the Masked Fools, if I'm not mistaken, with Sparkle,
Nice.
and also Penacony administration and the family. It's a really big mystery. And as I said, the first part was very much a pretty long setup where we found out a lot of things. And now we are going to be, hopefully, learning some new information that can guide us and hopefully set us on the right path where the Star Rail Express crew can,
Nice.
just navigate. But first, I'm going to change my team here. I do like this team, and I do enjoy playing them. Not sure how much combat we are going to have here, but I want to give a fair chance to everyone. And also we have Aventurine on this team, so anyways, let's just jump in and see what Aventurine has to tell us.
Ah, friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours when I first saw this.
Understandable.
Your eyes aren't deceiving you. It's her. The famous singer, Robin.
But how is that possible?
Well, first of all, can I just say that this had nothing to do with me? I'm just an unlucky bystander here. The family can testify for me. If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me and they hate the IPC, so they'd never lie.
I mean, yeah. True.
This is not where the crime happened. What I showed you was a memory. The most basic light cone manifesting tech. Authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC.
Wait. The Garden of Recollection, the same Garden of Recollection that Black Swan is a part of, is owned by the Why am I not surprised? Everything is owned by the IPC at this point.
Did you really think the Galaxy Ranger was an outsider this whole time?
Is she not?
Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened and safely returned to reality.
That is it just me, but like being forcibly awakened, isn't that like a thing with people who sleepwalk, that you do not wake the sleepwalking? Isn't kind of Penacony in the same state, like kind of sleepwalking? Probably not if they can just wake them up and return them to reality.
What gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's Dreamweavers link up their minds together to construct an unbreakable defensive line. Breaking through this line of defense to create death in the dreamscape. Not even a memo keeper could do that without the family's permission.
Oh, wait. That implicates a lot of things. Well, maybe not a lot of things, but very serious things. So, without the family's permission, death shouldn't be existing in the dreamscape. So that means the family gave permission and someone put death into the dreamscape, or someone found a loophole or a little gap where they could just kind of push it in and hope that no one actually recognizes, but not recognize, what's the word I'm looking for, figures it out. Or it's just inevitable, and even in dreams, death can just pop up without any reason.
Who could have done it, friend? The only one is her. The girl who calls herself a Galaxy Ranger. An imposter, an unsought guest. An emanator who hides her true identity.
That's a lot of accusations. I'm not sure it's guaranteed though. Like, I don't think Acheron is behind all of this.
Ifrit's death was a foregone conclusion. And Robin? Her misfortune was staring right at her. Who will be the next to die?
That's just one side of the story though. Like, yes. Just because something happened, it does not mean that it is actively like a correlation between the two things. Sure, Acheron's arrival might be or might play a part in it, but I don't think that's the whole thing. That's like one side of the story. We have to do a more thorough
It's fine.
investigation.
Listen to your gut. Building trust always takes time, and I'm willing to wait.
You are going to be waiting, sir, because you are beautiful. Like, let's face it, you are very beautiful. There's no point denying it, but you have been doing kind of shady things. Like, yes, you helped us out when we arrived here, but I'm not sure the other part of your behavior screams just trustworthy. So, you gotta work together with me and build up that trust, because right now you don't seem like someone who
I
deserves
just
it.
hope you realize that wherever that legacy is concerned, covert plans are already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda.
Kind of got the gist of it. Yeah.
Careful you don't get stuck on the wrong side. If I were you, I'd keep my distance from Acheron. After all, any schemes out in the open are always going to be better than a monster in the shadows, right?
But still, like,
Who's to say there isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
exactly. Not that I trust you either, but
Memo Keeper, I think our little deal is finished.
well, yours might be finished, but we also have a deal with her, so
Aventurine is telling the truth. This memory is a real one, and there's no sign of any distortion grafting on.
The IPC is not the Garden, and there are real limits to what they can actually do. But you know all this. Friend, let's not beat around the bush here. The thing is, I want to reach out personally to team up with the Astral Express.
my dude.
I told you, I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy. I just came to Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve some lost property for the IPC, if you catch my drift. I'm talking ownership of this frontier prison.
But why do you want it?
This has all become a bad debt thanks to the cancer of all worlds. The IPC has tried sitting down for negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our calls.
Capitalism.
You have no idea how difficult these people are to deal with. Put it this way. They've hushed up the existence of death before, so they can definitely cover up any news about Robin's death.
Not a great sign.
It'll just quietly float off like a bubble and pop. Nobody ever being the wiser.
Isn't she like a very famous singer, though? Like, you can't just gloss over the death of a very famous singer.
That's not fair, right? So then, friend, I need your help.
What kind of
I
help?
have but only one goal. The family's front door is like a high wall, and to tear the whole thing down, I'll have to dig out a few chunks first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have plenty of means.
I don't like. Here's the thing. I don't really want to help the IPC.
Now we have our chance. So long as we can get to the truth behind her death, we can have justice for Robin. While also gaining a valuable bargaining chip for bringing the family to the table. Truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. I've been investigating and making lots of friends all over Penacony precisely for this very moment. This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family, so they'll be doing everything they can to stop it leaking, especially to the IPC. But I trust that there are still a few factions that remain exceptions. And that's why I need you all. The reputation of the Astral Express precedes you, and the Harmony will give you the fairest of appraisals.
I mean, I do want to get to the bottom of it and figure out why or how Robin left us. So.
You get to find out really what happened and seek justice. And I get to put it toward completing my mission for the IPC. It's what you call a win-win situation.
You want to take advantage of the family's trust in us. The Nameless would never associate with the IPC. Decision like this is way above my pay grade. Technically, yeah, I am the youngest. Youngest? Well, the most recent member of the Astral Express. So it's not my decision to make. I cannot just do that alone. I do have to talk about this, but with the others, but we don't have an option like that, so it's above my
Don't
pay
worry,
grade.
just head back and talk things over with your companions.
I do have to do that, so
That navigator is really smart. She must understand the value of this deal. Look, here's my contact details. If you come to any conclusions, call me. Oh, and take this. A thorough investigation can always use a little more funding. Don't mention it.
did you just give me money?
So long, friend. I really am looking forward to uncovering the truth about death with everyone.
Aventurine just sauntered off. He really doesn't mean to force it, but something still seems off.
Yeah. Did he just try to bribe us? I'm not sure. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Him being open and talking about stuff. Sure, yeah, I get it. But it's still kind of wishy-washy, you know? But I guess it's better to be upfront like this. I don't know.
What
I don't know
now?
what to
What are your
feel about
plans?
this. That's a very good question, Black Swan.
Black Swan. What is she thinking?
I need to talk to the other members.
On the surface, this doesn't look like a bad deal for you. But Aventurine is a shrewd merchant whose scheme won't just be as simple as it appears to be. He
That's what
doesn't
I'm
know about
kind
Miss
of
Firefly yet. But, judging by your reaction, he may have noticed something going on and deliberately shifted topics to the truth of death to try and pull you in line with his way of thinking.
like that's why I'm kind of wary of him, because he seems like he's talking about real stuff. He seems like he's telling us the truth, but there's just something about it that screams there's something more to it than what he's saying.
That's quick thinking and very sound logic. Aventurine is no fool, and working with him definitely has its dangers.
The Nameless cannot turn a blind eye to evil. For Firefly's sake, we must get to the bottom of all this. Playing it safe seems to be the smarter move. Can I toss a die and let it decide for me? We're not going to decide on a dice roll. There's something very wrong going on, and as Nameless, we cannot turn a blind eye to
But you're
it.
talking
So,
about real evil.
yes.
Anyway, be careful out there. There's more than one way to blaze a trail. In a dark forest beset by wolves, ensuring your own escape to safety should be your primary concern.
Yeah.
As for the other questions,
Oh, I didn't even think about this. Did Beth kill Robin?
I'm not sure the two cases were committed by the same culprit, but that massive wound looked like its winged blade. We've all witnessed it in action before. Plus, it seems unlikely that there would be two lethal entities loose in the dreamscape.
Do you think this is connected to Acheron?
Sorry, I can't answer that question. That ranger is shrouded in mystery. I'm afraid no one is capable of providing an answer.
I mean, I guess that makes sense as an emanator.
But without a doubt, she is the most special guest at this banquet. It's like Aventurine said just then. It's best to keep your distance from her.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
Two victims appearing one after the other in a very short time span. In and of itself, that's very unusual. Two possibilities. The collapse of Penacony's dreamscape has started speeding up, making death extremely agitated and weakening the family's protections. Or Everything has been planned out and executed by someone.
Interesting.
If someone has chosen these victims deliberately, first a stowaway, then a family celebrity, then this murderer's motives are worth thoroughly chewing over.
I don't
It's
have
all
any other
happened
questions.
so quickly, I can only make conjecture. After leaving here, go have a chat with your companions.
That
I
is the
hope
plan.
You can clarify the source of this confusion.
I hope so too. I'm not sure if they know anything. But I do
Come,
want
this
to.
way. It's a short walk. Don't get lost.
I do want to talk to them to see what they think. This is a very tricky situation. And I'm not sure if we are. I'm not sure if we are prepared enough. I'm not sure if we can be
This
prepared
way.
for this kind of situation.
This is where we part ways. All of this is like a nightmare.
Tell me about it.
Unfortunately, the remembrance doesn't lie. What we just saw is the reality that happened, and it won't fade from our minds just because we wake up. But follow your heart and don't be afraid. We all walk through this world casting shadows of different lengths, and ultimately, all we leave behind are precious memories. Hold on just a sec.
Okay.
There you go. A small parting gift. If one day you unfortunately fall into the deep waters of the memory zone and there's no memo keeper to join you, hopefully it can guide you on my behalf. I also pay great attention to the ways of the world. Just think of this as an apology from me for hiding something from you.
Thank you.
Then
That's the
I've
least.
something private to take care of regarding that Galaxy Ranger. Let's leave things there, shall we? What fascinating memories will you bring for me next time we meet? I sincerely look forward to them.
So that's the thing. I have no idea what is going on. Because Aventurine didn't really tell us much. He was just going on about Acheron being dangerous and probably the reason behind the things happening. But we can't be sure. Because there's also the masked fool going around with Sparkle doing things, and apparently they have something to do with it. I don't know what's happening anymore, but at least we know a little something. Let's see what the others say about it. Avery, you still at hotel in the dreamscape. There's something missing. Avery, have you run into trouble? We got separated in the memory zone, but Avery is with the memo keeper. I feel so antsy. Help. March, stay calm. Do I need to get off the express and help? Not at the moment. Sure, just let me know if you need me. Aw, Danhang. The Reverie Hotel in the real world is very calm. Not much is happening. I'm done. I finished investigating on my side. Where should we meet? It's great that you are safe. That lady didn't do anything bad, did she? I mean, she kind of sold us out. Me personally. That's not great. I'm sorry about what happened to Firefly. The scene has been cordoned. Is that how you say it? Anyways, blocked off by the family. We are wrapping up negotiations with some family delegates. Let's meet somewhere near the clocky statue later. So we are going back.
Family rep. Is Himiko okay?
Parting gift from Black Swan, a tiny card numbered 0, seemingly absent from Black Swan's collection. In the card's art, she casts her gaze into the mist of destiny. I hope everything is turning out fine for the others. Let's go and see what. Oh! Sir? Are you alright, sir? He had a little bit too much fun. Lady, that seems very dangerous. I'm just going to go to the statue here. And hope nothing bad is going to happen to you there.
So much has happened.
Yeah.
I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
Yeah. Let's see if we can come up with something. Do we actually have a recap here? Some time ago, deep in memory zone.
Better unsheath that blade now, Ranger.
Do you still dream, Hunter? Of those slain by your hand?
I was not expecting that, but that was very cool. Duke Inferno.
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
Seems like it.
You're still alive. As are you. You still have room to make a choice. Leave the music box behind, and then go.
A music box? Okay.
Choice. The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
Vatora's fire demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that Eon, you won't get special treatment.
Ranger, you tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand.
Does she now? Are the Galaxy Rangers followers on the path of the hunt, just like the Sea Angel?
We come from the fire and are born bathed in fire. We spread, burn, and destroy until all the kindling has burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon, from the beginning to the end. We are born to die just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
Not necessarily. I don't think destruction is the right word. There's another Eon out there. Or permanence? Not permanence. What was it? Finality. Isn't death kind of finality actually, not destruction? This might be kind of misguided, but as I guess you can see destruction as physical death as well. I'm not sure what I'm talking about
Your
here.
companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
Is that right?
They are my children, and just as I was. They are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, and I don't blame them. But my flames are faint, and time is running out. Can you see the planet of festivities in the distance?
Oh wait, so he's
I plan
dying?
to bring Purgatory with me there, and before that, I must surpass you.
Why?
Because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have.
What does that mean?
Emanator.
I'm a nature, okay?
You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain here, bound to fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this.
That is a choice.
Destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Even if the answer turns out to be your own destruction.
What is important is not the answer, but that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different.
That's nihility though, not destruction. Nothing matters. Everything is going to be destroyed. Everyone dies at the end. So there's nothing that's worth anything, actually. So that's nihility.
Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen.
Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. Is he talking about death showing up in the dreamscape?
I accept.
The duel, right?
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
A bottomless dream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake.
And that is?
This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity.
She says this as her hand gently rests on the hilt of the sword.
I'll reveal the truth to you.
The truth? Can we see it?
The hunt is not the path I truly follow.
Okay, so from this, what I get here is the Galaxy Rangers are following the path of the hunt. And Acheron is a Galaxy Ranger, but she has her own path.
May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Their time hasn't come yet.
My time.
What? I confused again.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but why?
She knows Sam.
Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
That's Elio was his name? Because he is a Stellaron hunter.
You know, Elio.
Yes.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice.
A single destiny.
However, you appear to be ignorant of this, so it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
That's a great question.
Not your enemy, perhaps.
What kind of answer is that? I almost started screaming, I'm sorry. What kind of answer is that though? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? What kind of answer is that? Come on. Come on. Be so for real.
That's not what I asked.
Exactly.
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets.
Okay.
Take me. I've also been wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder I know something about the Stellaron hunters. That's all.
Okay.
Maybe I can help.
Help with what?
What reason would you have for doing that?
I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. So,
Okay.
I know who is inside that cold armor.
Okay. I cannot sit here and be like, who can it be? Everyone knows who it is. Like we've been spoiled. Now that I'm not playing the game when like this part where it came out, I've been spoiled. I know who it is, but can we just appreciate the storytelling here? I feel like that's really good.
How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me.
And that is?
If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about what happens inside the dreamscape.
I feel like we are getting closer, but we are not getting anything concrete here. And that's driving me crazy. So the family is behind a lot of things.
Already on it.
And the Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I guess, yeah, I mean, we knew that.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy.
So we have to find out what the Watchmaker's legacy is. Because that's going to be our key.
I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way. But as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of right. Because if we look back to the Cienjo, Kafka gave herself up to the Cloud Knights willingly, just so Elio's script that he foresaw can happen. But was it really necessary for Sam to show up like this? To set the Astral Express on the path to, you know, get to the Watchmaker's legacy. I'm not sure about
The
that.
so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
That would be something that actually like concerns her. That's interesting. Okay.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I'm not very like in the know. I feel like I just kind of pretending that I'm knowing a lot of things that's happening, but as we've seen before, I am lost. I'm like a lost puppy. But this is very wild. A lot of things are happening, and yeah, I guess if you are an emanator of nihility, because we know as players that Acheron is the emanator of nihility, even though we are not in the story yet. And you are forgetful, as she says, like her memories don't stick. Like she does not have a good memory. It would be a concern for her if she leaves a positive footnote in the grand scheme of things, you know? That's a good way of showing that she cares. Like, she's not just mindlessly rampaging because that's what nihility asks her to or makes her do. But she cares, and she wants to at least be neutral or something. I might be reading too much into this interaction, but I think it's neat. It's interesting.
I knew it.
That's all.
Hang on.
Okay?
I don't.
You don't what?
Don't. What?
Don't what?
Your first question was, Do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you?
That's true. That was her first question.
I don't. Never have.
Oh.
I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light. And to burn. To keep on burning. Until I turn to ash.
That is really sad.
So, I really envy you.
That is so sad.
Is that so?
I'm not sure which one of them got the better end of the stick here.
Then you're already living in the waking world.
That was a very nice interaction. But I'm not sure what comes of this.
We heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan, but we never expected Miss Robin to...
Me neither, March. Me neither.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Thank you, Himeko.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said.
Wait, we are in the dreamscape. Wild came in.
Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
I mean, yeah.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
What did he say?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this, and we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
And that was only Firefly,
Looking back,
not
he
Robin.
seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
Yeah. They are trying to bury the news.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony is going to turn into a bloodbath.
I mean, that's the thing that I was talking about. Robin is a very famous... Excuse me. Robin is a very famous singer. Well known. Even outside of Penacony. To the point that March, as a Trailblazer, is also a huge fan of hers. So like, you cannot hide that information as long as you think you will be able to. Like, people will be asking questions.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's a lot of people that need to work
It
with
may
them.
also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Aventurine is on guard against Acheron, though.
Indeed. He was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
That's the thing I'm talking about. Like, are we missing the forest for the trees here? Because we got a lot of information and it should be... Not necessarily all of it should be enough to form a complete picture, but it should be enough to start leading us into an answer. But I feel like everything just so muddy that I can't make sense of it.
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Exactly. Thank you, Himeko.
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth.
Okay.
I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
Yeah.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have to tell them something.
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal.
Yeah.
Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's
Me
complex.
too.
He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while. He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious.
Yes.
Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally.
But I don't think we can necessarily team up with both of them. You, like, is that kind of a saying, like, there's two chairs and you are sitting in the middle? Like, you're trying to sit on two chairs and you end up on the floor between the two chairs or something. That might be a Hungarian saying. Is there something like that in English? Anyways, the thing is, I'm not sure if we can actually agree to both.
We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close. Teaming up with the IPC helps balance that out. If either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
True, okay.
So, you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Mr. Yang? I mean, yeah, he did just say...
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
Yeah.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. He's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore.
Thank you, Marge, for thinking about me. It's fine, let's focus on the big picture for now. It's fine, I got a lot out of him too. I mean, we did get his room, so... It's cool, you can bully me whenever. No, you should not bully anyone. It's fine, let's focus on the big picture for now.
You're like a broken record.
March, I want to get to the bottom of this.
Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
We'll see about that.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
Always open to pull for your game account. Isn't that a little too meta? Right now, he's not on banner, but I do have him, thankfully. We'll collaborate. We decided to accept your request for collaboration. Wonderful! Your response came faster than I expected. From now on, we'll all be in this together. Here's a small something for your upcoming partnership. You have received 100,000 credits. Dude, is he our sugar daddy or something? Like, why are you doing that? You don't have to bribe us. We already accepted your partnership. That's a lot of money. You should be more prudent with your money, but I'll take them all just this one time. What? Why is he sending us more money? Oops, I pressed send too early. Here's a little extra just for good luck with this new gig. You have received 100,000 credits. Just as I anticipated. The family is going to keep Robin's case under the rug for as long as they can. So her case is only a secret between us. But the other case, that depends on what excuses they have prepared for you guys. I'll take my leave for now, and I look forward to an outstanding performance from you guys. That was not a great Aventurine impression, but I tried.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
I was like, Clocky? Do I have to talk to Clocky? But no, March is up there. That's why the...
Where should I go next?
Okay. Himeko, what do you say?
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To
Yes.
do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance.
Yeah.
The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's gotta be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open.
I mean, he can start with Robin's passing, I guess. The hotel, the family, Acheron, the Astral Express. The Astral Express?
I was also considering this possibility. Especially because he respects you so much and has
Me?
sought you out before a few times. Perhaps he's also unsure of your intentions and is probing you.
Acheron?
Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her.
Yeah.
But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her and can't rush to any conclusions.
Galaxy Ranger? I barely even know her. That's basically what my mind just went into. The way she said it. We know hardly anything about her. Yeah, we can't run into conclusions, but she seems like the target for him right now. Like, he wants to use her as a scapegoat for things happening the way they are happening right now. And I'm not sure that that's actually the case. The family?
He's definitely going for the family. And it's just a matter of how.
Yeah.
The harmony is strong in Penacony and almost impossible to take on head to head.
Yeah.
The fact that the IPC dispatched Aventurine shows that they do not intend to simply play by the book here.
Yeah, because Aventurine is one of the big guys at the IPC, and the Harmony is strong in Penacony, like two of the leading figures with Robin and Sunday are followers of the path of Harmony. Yeah. Interesting. And what about the
An
hotel?
attack on the hotel guests? Unlikely.
Yeah.
Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. People who not even the IPC would dare take lightly. Aventurine is a shrewd merchant, and there's no way he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating. In any case,
Yeah.
we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
I mean, yeah, we can't really say what he's actually planning for now. See, this is what I was talking about and what March reminded me of. Like, we cannot discern the tree from the forest or whatever that was. Like, we have so much information, but I can't make sense of it, like organize it properly.
Aventurine said something that concerns me.
And what is that?
He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever.
Yeah,
but
that's
said
true.
Nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you.
Essentially, yes.
It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
Yes. That's what I thank you for putting my thoughts into words. I am not really great with that, apparently. Does Aventurine have other plans? Like, but why though? Like, I guess just as I said, he needs a scapegoat. But how would that help him with his case with the family? He might be bluffing.
Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
However, I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air.
Yeah, and we did see the memory too.
You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
She's a very gentle woman, a very mysterious woman, very powerful. Weird, I can't seem to remember. She seems to be very gentle though. Like, from what I remember, she seems very gentle. She's also very mysterious. And she is very powerful. But she is gentle. Weird, I can't
That
seem to
fits the
remember.
stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T. They're eccentric, unpredictable, and fond of being alone. No wonder she's a suspect.
So no matter what we pick, I don't think that's...
Checked off the list.
I don't think that's a part of her being a Galaxy Ranger though, because we did meet...
My dream is right before my eyes.
Good for you, man. So like, we did meet other Galaxy Rangers before, but none of them seemed like they are that mysterious. That might just be me. I think Acheron being the Emanator might be one of the reasons. Also, we have some kind of connection that I'm not sure about. I'm not sure if... Hold on a second, sorry. I'm just checking if we have a decent connection and we're not lagging. It should be fine, I think. But yeah, we seem to have some kind of connection with her. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not... Excuse me. I'm not too concerned about her because we have some kind of connection there. You know?
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up. But I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank.
Denial. Yeah, March.
Because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here?
Even bad things can happen in dreams.
Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
It is a hard situation. I understand why you're feeling that way. Do you think the family is behind this all? I mean, so far, that's one of the points that I can get from the game. From the context we got. Will restore old dreams back to normal.
Yeah, of course. At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew. The family and the IPC. Everyone has their own plans going on.
Yeah, but we are here for each other, March.
Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us were all outsiders from another world.
Yeah.
Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down.
Consumerism. That's not going to help you. Sorry. Excuse my chair if you hear it. I just had to resituate myself a little bit. We've been doing this for an hour, so don't forget to do a big stretchy stretch. And do what? Drink some water. Stay hydrated. It's important. What was I trying to say there? Anyways.
But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Exactly.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
What was the family's assignment?
Among our current clues, the two murders that he witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here.
Okay.
One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life?
Yes.
Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about Miss Robin while we're out there.
That seems like the logical thing to do.
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Okay, so this time Welt is staying in the dreamscape.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Wait, something is going on. What is going on? What do I not know about?
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
Please be careful.
I will. Keep in touch.
Okay, well.
Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
Oh. Wait, what? Acheron!
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Yeah. Yes?
Well,
Is there something about my name?
first, don't you want to know my name?
What is happening?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
That's very harsh, but yeah. That is what they are saying.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Oh, what? She knows.
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane.
What? This is the interaction I didn't know I needed, but I'm living for it.
So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths.
What is happening?
Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
Mr. Yang? Excuse me?
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request.
An old final request.
I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
I guess. I'm not sure what's
Still
happening.
unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words.
As an emanator, I guess so. But wait, being an emanator, does that mean that you are basically the physical human, like, representation of what are, I almost said Archon, but they are not Archons. What are they called? The thingies. The thingy. I am so professional here. Like, are you the physical embodiment of the thingy? Let's just move on.
Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board.
She knows about that too.
Is he okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
She's worried about us.
He's fine. Let's stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
Mr. Yang putting on the game face. Like, I love this. I love this because he is always very gentle and very reasonable with us. Even back in the CN Joe, he was serious, but he is putting on the game face right now, and I am living for it. I love this character so much, if you can tell.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze.
Closely related to the Trailblaze. I mean, we did come here and Pom Pom did tell us that people following the Trailblaze have been historically found here in Penacony. So, yeah. I might have seen a theory video before that talks about this topic here, but I'm not sure. But something is clicking with me right now, and I think the watchmaker might have been a trailblazer before.
That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together.
Okay, so that's a third partnership right now that I'm not sure if Welt is going to agree to. What is happening?
Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Did he tell her his full name? Or does she just know it?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
So he's going to enter into a private deal with her. Okay. This is a wild turn that I was not expecting, but I'm living for it. But it does seem like the family is behind all of the things happening. Even Aventurine said that without the permission of the family, death shouldn't be existing in the dreams.
By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups.
Let's go day drinking.
The conversation coming up will last forever.
Interesting. That is so wild. At the same time, hotel in the real
I've been
world.
watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel.
Okay.
She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams. Only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said...
So she's talking about Acheron right now.
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
Okay. So she might not have any
The guest rooms are charmingly minimalist.
taste, but potentially, is that something? Is that because her senses are too dulled because of her being an emanator? I wonder. That's a curious detail that I'm not sure if we need, but it just kind of makes sense.
An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet.
And what are those memories?
You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak.
Okay.
The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
What is happening?
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
Is?
They sought refuge in a land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have those on the path of destruction feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short.
Who is she talking
There's nobody
to?
else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way...
Along the way?
It's like
blank.
it's been erased. Who's done this?
I guess it's Acheron, because she's an emanator.
Who are you? Who are you?
It's...
Are they talking to Black
No.
Swan?
Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators?
What?
My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together.
That's kind of ominous and also kind of suggestive.
But that seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet star, And I don't need a coming of age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for.
What is she looking
Want
for?
her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me.
The plot thickens?
I wish you unforgettable memories.
Okay, that's very ominous.
Oh,
A phone call?
a phone. Wanna listen in?
At this moment, on the other side. Switching to Aventurine's POV.
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Interesting. Okay. So we are talking about Sigonian people. Aventurine is Sigonian. So
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods.
hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a pleasant time. We are currently playing the Penacony Trailblaze mission, and I do believe we are at the point where Aventurine's backstory might be unfolding in front of our eyes.
Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth.
2.1, I guess so. Yes, I'm not sure. We are kind of late. I started playing last year, in about April, at the end of April, I think, and yeah, we are kind of behind the story. So yeah, we just entered Penacony a few streams ago. So yeah, but it's interesting. It's very confusing so far. I hope we can get to like part. I start playing in 2.3. Already beat everything. Cool, that's cool. I'm not playing outside of streams like the main missions, so I'm kind of slow, and I'm not usually playing or streaming that long. So we are kind of slow with it, but I do enjoy the Trailblaze missions so far. But yeah, I'm excited for the new region though.
You promised us a land of honey.
yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy 3 eyes and gaze upon this child.
A lot of people's dream main storylines surprised me. Honestly, I found out about Stariel because of I've been playing Genshin before, still do, and I've seen a lot of streamers get into Honkai Stariel when it started. I was interested, but never really got into it. But then I started streaming, and I thought this is the perfect opportunity for me. You can tell this is written in Old English. Yes. It's nice. It's a nice attention to detail, actually. It's probably, I'm guessing, Aventurine's mom. Talking about Aventurine. We'll see.
When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly.
Oh, okay. That's
And
very
where
sad.
my husband went, I too soon must go.
Okay.
I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddled sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! Mommy, the rain. It's raining.
Raining? Raining.
Okay, this is very sad. I was not ready for that.
It is raining. It's true. Those Outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you.
Aw.
Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaiathra. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avgen. My boy.
So, the baby's name is Avgen?
May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
So that was Aventurine's past. I get her. Before he became a big shot at the ITC.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
I do wonder though. Like, Dr. Ratio came from reality, I guess. Or are they in reality right now? Did Aventurine woke up? Probably. So Robin is actually gone.
Of course.
I guess.
Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family?
Yeah.
Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival.
There's only so long that they can delay the information from getting
To be
out.
honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare.
I'm forced awake by the dream pool. And it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. Slight spoiler time. Yeah, please. Wait. Gotta change expression. Quick. Please. Yeah, we got that. Is under orders of protection. Yeah, we got that. I do understand it. And I do believe that Robin is not actually gone. But please be nice and don't spoil a lot of things. I do want to experience the game and the story, you know, for myself, and learn about things as we go. Firefly is alive. I do know that. Like, we just had the Acheron Sam confrontation, and I do know that Firefly is Sam, so that was a given. But please hold back on the spoilers. Thank you. I do want to give an authentic and honest reaction, even if I do know things in advance because I'm quite behind. But experiencing it is different, and I do want to react as authentically as I can, and spoilers do ruin the fun of it. So yeah, I do not have a rules kind of thing in my streams for now, but yeah, please avoid spoilers. Thank you.
That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray.
Okay.
Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
The stowaway, which is Firefly,
2 murder
as we
cases?
know.
I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. He must have come across the other one.
We did.
This murderer is a psycho. And I have to say, the case does represent an opportunity. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene.
I mean, yeah, that does give a chance for Aventurine to bargain.
It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These two murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
He's so not giving him like he's just bantering here. He does not want to be here.
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin.
Yeah.
Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
Is he talking about the memory here? Or did he actually witness?
A complete and utter loss.
Probably just a memory.
Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
So he was an actual eyewitness.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor.
Interesting.
Starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate.
Suitable candidate?
That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Oh, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands.
True. Yeah.
Without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
The plot thickens.
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanicus star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes. Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
That's a really good question, because ever since we started Penacony, it's so hard to actually make sense of who is with who or who is against who. If that makes sense.
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
Just as I was saying.
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow
see
me
about
and I'll
that.
bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
Fates Ensemble. As the story unfolds, you will have the chance to progress the story from other characters' POV. When entering a character's POV for the first time, that character will automatically be placed first on your team. You can check the Fates Atlas interface to see which character's POV an ongoing mission or completed mission is in. Okay. If you need to change your POV to continue the story, you can select here to enter Fates Ensemble. For more details, please see tutorials. Okay. Okay, so we can... Do we have to change right now? Where are we in the story? Talk to Hendrik. Double Indemnity. Just a second, let me check where we are right now. Double Indemnity. Wow. Okay, we've gone longer than I was anticipating going for. Double Indemnity. Okay, we are going on. Can I see your main team? Sure. We can take a look. Just a second. I think I'm going to be ending soon though, because we've been going for almost 2 hours. But yeah, right now my main team is this one with Facial, Dr. Ratio, double DPS, Pela as a debuffer, and Aventurine as a shielder.
Feeling lucky.
That's not what I wanted to do. This is story, we cannot check. My builds are not great. But I do have Facial. I really like her. I enjoy playing with her. Try to pull Robin. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I do have Sunday though. I do have Sunday right now. I do know she's very good with Facial. And I'm still thinking about pulling Robin, but I don't really have the passes to guarantee her right now, because the last 5-star we pulled was like 10 or 9, so I'm around 9 into pity right now, and 30 passes will not be enough. Let's go gambling. We can do like 30 pulls right now. I did want to 99% of gamblers quit before they hit big. That is true. That is true. You're the 1%. Let's go. We'll see if we are. I did want to pull the last time when Robin was on the banner, but we didn't get her. We didn't have enough funds. I I'm blanking out right now. I don't know which 4 stars are on the current banner. We'll check it out before we do. Sushang! I did not have Sushang before. Cool. We got a new character. Sushang. Is that Hanya? Yes. I forgot her name. Hanya and Tingyun. We'll see how it goes. That's no early, sadly. Maybe a double 4-star though? That's a Hanya. Early Hanya. And another Sushang. Okay. That's a double 4-star. And then this is our last warp for today. And that's not a 5-star, sadly. Maybe a good light cone. I would take a good light cone as well. I am not very rich when it comes to light cones. I don't have many great light cones. Maybe another double 4-star? Doesn't seem like it so far. That is a Hanya. Check Starlight if you can get more pulls. I am saving those because I do want to get either Himeko's light cone or Bronya's light cone. Probably Bronya's light cone for Sunday in the future. I do have Starlight, but I do want to save it for a light cone for now. But yeah, this is probably where I'm going to finish for now, with 30 pulls into the Robin banner. And we are... Only Bronya's light cone is good. I mean, I do need it. I do need it for Sunday right now. So that's probably what the one that I'm going to be saving up for. I just run the one that's in the MOC shop. Works well enough. MOC shop. Which one is that? The... That's not the screen that I wanted to open. The MOC shop. It's the... I am legally blind. I can't see it. Is it this one? Past and Future? Because right now I'm running this one as well. Yeah, Past and Future. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now for him as well. But I do want to upgrade because I only have an E0 Sunday. So it would be nice to have more skill points. But I do need to build my characters a little better. I'm not really huge when it comes to relics. Like, I have some, but right now Sunday is, as you can see, on a very interesting rainbow build, just so he does have some stats, and he's not like unusable. But yeah, thank you for joining. It was really nice having you. I hope you had a pleasant time with me. The Herta build, that's a spoiler. I do have her. That is a spoiler. She's not technically finished. That's a spoiler because I am working on a video of the polls that we did for her. We got lucky with her. She's running Eternal Calculus. My Jade had it before. and Herta has it now, and we are kind of behind. Do need to farm for her as well. And she's running like Band-Aid. Scholars sat right now. It's not great by any means. I'm still farming, but yeah. I pulled the Herta signature. That's cool. That's cool. That's lucky. I did not try because I did not know if I will be lucky enough. 66 crit rate, 150 crit damage. That's nice. That's very good. Anyways, I do want to take a little rest right now. I do feel like we did get quite far into the story, farther than I anticipated, because I thought it was going to take longer to beat the first two parts, but we are already on the third part of Cat Amongst Pigeons. So yeah, that was nice. Hope you had a pleasant time, and yeah, if you like the stream, please do consider leaving a like, and if you want to keep up with the channel, consider subscribing. Thank you again, and see you next Sunday. Bye bye.